hi Kumar. Welcome to Dubai.
Thank you so much, Radha, to hosting me here in Dubai. It's a really great city to come in and see. Yeah.
Is it the first time you being in Dubai, or how is it? What made you to come Dubai all the way?
So Dubai I'm coming first time for the Global Remittance Summit, which happens every year. It's not a blockchain conference, but it's a more mainstream remittance conference where most of the industry leaders like RIA, Western Union, MoneyGram, and other top players, also startups, they come together and see that where the industry and the remittance is going. And being one of my last startup, Cashaa, which is being featured as a remittance, which started as a remittance company on blockchain, we were invited here to come and present our viewpoint and give a keynote that what blockchain can do for the remittance industry.
I need to get into the blockchain, and I'm into the technology industry from past 20 years. Started with Citibank. We are onto digital transformation in the past 5 years. It made me a lot of years to get onto the blockchain. So how you got into the blockchain and how was your journey, and then can you please explain few?
So for me, coming into blockchain is also like but more for me was an accident, like meeting random people in 2013. Before that, I was a technology person, so I graduated as a computer science graduate, and I was working as a navigation engineer for Ferrari.
Okay.
So yeah, it's have nothing to do with the finance.
So I understand you were with Ferrari and then nothing to do with blockchain. So what made you to drive and go deep into the blockchain?
So this has started, when I was working in Ferrari, I quit the job, and because I was looking something revolutionary. There was no fun working on a task like which, it's for me like there was something entrepreneur, and I didn't want to get stuck into the corporate. So the moment I finished my contract period, the next day I put my resignation and I say, okay, let's go out and explore. I was in Italy.
Right.
And I was traveling around the world, and in Amsterdam I came across the Bitcoin in 2013.
2013.
Yeah, so and there's like this trading was going on there in the Bitcoin. So the guys, I asked them what's going on. It's like, and they try to explain to me from the term which they understand. I really couldn't get my hand around that how could be a money which is not controlled by bank, because I was coming through the corporate where the way we see finance and money was different. So anyway.
Yeah, true. 2013 means it is very tough to understand the digital itself, digital currency. I understand what you might have undergone.
Yeah, so, but anyway, I didn't gone anything. I just hear it and I leave it there in the same bar and went to my journey. But in 2014, mid-March, it came again to me because the Bitcoin was crashing that time and it started making headlines across the world. So, and that's where it attracted my attention when it was crashing, because I thought that why people care about something if it's not real? There must be a substance if something is making headlines. So this time, instead of understanding from more as a commercial and financial tool, I tried to see it more as a technological tool. So I gone through the Satoshi white paper and tried to understand what it was. Took me like a while to understand it and digest word by word. And soon after I realized and finished the whole concept of the decentralization, I realized that how in the IT infrastructure which is designed today is so far from how the real world works. Like a real world, if we are doing this interaction, and this is a truth statement, nothing in the world can change that.
True.
No matter how powerful you are or me or someone, but this interaction nobody can change. This is a truth,
immutable,
which is recorded in the nature itself. But existing IT infrastructure which is trying to replicate the same system and trying to go into complete artificial, virtual, digital world does not have this basic thing.
True.
Which means there is something strong foundation is missing.
Correct.
And that piece was brought by blockchain. Correct? It's all about immutability, transparency, auditability. And soon I understood this is something which next 10 year or 20 year every IT infrastructure is going to use, or this will become the internet. I created my first company called Auxesis Group. Auxesis Services, which is today is called Auxesis Group. It's another one of the most influential company across the globe. We have global companies, maybe top 10 global companies, top 10 most powerful banks across the world, and many different organizations, government as a partner, as a client, are working on different solutions across the globe. And so that's my first company started, which was on
so
blockchain.
2014 to 2018. So your Auxesis is a 4-year-old company in blockchain.
Yes.
That's amazing. So where do you see the blockchain going forward, and what are your suggestions to the IT companies? Okay, because if IT companies start adopting blockchain, they could really make a good offer to the banks and other companies. So do you see the adoption should come from banks and end user community, or the adoption should come from the IT community?
From the answer, it's most of the time it's what it happens in these kind of revolutionary technology, that it becomes chicken and egg problem.
Okay.
Like if you have a new automobile coming out, when you don't have a roads, the question is the government is going to build the road first so that the automobile company can build cars, or the automobile company will build the car first so that you have users enough owning the car and government will build the road? It's
like, in parallel.
It's in parallel. The both have to go hands on hand.
Correct.
And because blockchain being a complete disruption, it cannot rely on the existing infrastructure. You have to disrupt the infrastructure, and the infrastructure and the good about of these kind of disruption is that once you build that infrastructure, all the existing infrastructure which we see today can run on that.
Exactly. So I agree with Kumar. It's not like one side of the industry talk about blockchain and other side of the industry consume it. The whole industry has to come together. The ecosystem has to be created for the blockchain to be really adopted, and for the blockchain to be really understood as a globally distributed ledger. And we'll listen to a lot from Kumar going forward. Kumar, will catch you up again, and it was really a pleasure talking to you. Thank you
so much. Yeah.